How about yourself?
Chilling.
I had something to say, honestly.
Okay.
After watching last night's episode of Power, I don't want to see
Mm.
Ronnie and Juliana in no more sex scenes. That's all I'm gonna say.
Ronnie and who?
You know that the lady from the bodega, Juliana, whatever her name
He
is.
had sex with her? I ain't watch it yet.
Oh damn! I did not even mean to spoil it. My fault.
Yo, that's a disturbing scene though.
Oh yeah.
Well, we knew he was nuts from day one, so I'm not surprised. He got to be nuts to be with a thought like that.
You said what?
I said he got to be nuts to be with a thought like that.
Right, man. I was like, she not even that cute, man. I was like, fuck.
She ain't. Yuck.
Just because she done dolled herself up, though, don't make her no fucking
Right?
dime and shit.
A thought is still a thought. You know what I mean? That's wild.
I was like, this nigga crazy. Oh fuck! Now my heater don't work great. Oh, thank God it's Friday. Thank God for the weekend.
Mm-mm-mm.
But yeah, this season is crazy.
Yes. Mike, what up? Did you see the thing I sent you?
You mean the
You
George
saw the
Clinton
post?
thing?
Eddie Murphy playing George Clinton?
Oh yeah, I've heard about that.
I can't see that, man. He don't look like George at all.
Mm.
I cannot see.
Mm-mm-mm.
They could have picked somebody else.
Like who?
Somebody else as George Clinton. I don't. Maybe they're gonna have to do a ton of makeup for him because I don't see how he's gonna transform to George Clinton.
We'll see.
He gonna have to have like a shitload of gray hair on his chin and all that rainbow colored shit that George was wearing back in the day. You know,
Right.
shit. They could have picked what's his name? Cross-eye. What's his name?
Who?
What's that nigga name? Forrest Whitaker.
Mm. Maybe.
Somebody similar inside. Eddie Murphy is skinnier than George Clinton, so and George Clinton not skinny. They could have picked somebody similar in like build. I don't see Eddie Murphy how they gonna pull it off.
Forrest Whitaker. That's interesting.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to think of somebody that could play George at his age. You know,
George of the jungle.
that's wild, yo. And they doing a reboot for Anaconda. Remember that movie?
The one with Ice Cube.
Yeah, they doing a reboot. Jesus
Why?
Christ, that's all they do is reboots now. V. I have no idea.
That's not even one of Ice Cube's best movies.
Exactly. Like what? I hope that they're not calling him back. And you know J-Lo ain't gonna bring it.
Oh no.
He wilding. Yep, they're doing an Anaconda reboot.
Hollywood. Hollywood.
It's gonna have a meta approach, whatever the fuck that means.
Satisfaction. Hollywood. I'm about to start in about 10 minutes.
Mm-mm-mm.
So I saw Usher getting ready for the Super Bowl and shit.
You better be. You better give us a show. Show, boy.
He's like, don't fuck it up.
You know what I mean? He ain't got that many songs to do. He got like maybe a good 4 or 5 before they pull the plug. So all these people talking about the a playlist. I'm like, he ain't doing that many songs.
People want to talk.
I guess.
What else is going on? What else is going on?
What the fuck?
What?
I'm looking at something.
So Shaka, Shaka Khan, CK, Classy Khan.
I just realized her albums ain't that good.
Ooh,
Her solo albums at least. The Rufus shit is classic, but
whoa,
her solo run
whoa.
is not that good, bro.
Which album you talking about? Hold
I'm
on.
talking about like her. All right, like after I would say like after the third one.
So the self-titled. Wait, hold on.
That's I don't. We gonna get to the self title. I don't think it was all that, but you know what I
Ah,
mean. I'm not a fan of her solo shit. I like her Rufus stuff.
understandable. I mean, to each his own.
You know what I mean. You like all her solo albums?
Well, I have not heard all the solo albums. To be real with you.
Oh yeah, I haven't heard, but the early ones was not great.
What up, Ray Sean?
Ray, what up? Yankee promoters. The movie was trash. I didn't like that movie album. That
It was
movie was
janky.
terrible.
It was a
It was
janky
janky,
movie.
right? Just like the title. Just like the title, it was janky. They picked the right title for that shit. Let's ask
I
BJ.
rather watch. I'd rather watch All About the Benjamins over that one.
That was way better. I went to see that when it came out. Let's ask BJ what he think
About what?
about Shaka's solo discography. He better not say that he ain't listen to Shaka Khan albums either.
You never know with BJ sometimes.
right? You never know. I ain't hear none of her albums. He always surprises me. Yeah, all about the Benjamins was dope. Like that was a good standalone film. It don't need a sequel. It was good the way it is.
I never thought it was good, but okay. Better
You
than janky
never liked the
promoters.
movie? You didn't like the
Nah,
movie?
never liked the
Why?
movie.
You have a reason, or you just didn't like it?
It just never made me laugh as much,
I
as
thought
it should.
Mike Epps was hilarious in that film.
See, at the time I watched it, I
Uh,
had an acquired taste about Mike Epps and shit like that too. Cause I
right.
always felt like when it came to his movie, he always played the same role. But
Uh,
then when I saw him on the Sparkle remake, I was like, okay, he got some acting chops and shit.
right. You- so what? So, but you still don't like the movie though.
Which movie?
All about the Benjamins.
Nah, I mean I haven't watched it in years though, but
Right.
I never got a laugh from it. I'm just
I,
gonna say
I
that.
thought it was hilarious. Yeah. I like the scene where he's in like in that corner store with the old ladies, and he's like talking shit to the old ladies, and he tells the old ladies what he said. He said he said something about the white, and she said what is, he said the white around your lips. That was hilarious. Like he was hilarious. Like Ice Cube was good in it. We had Ava Mendez was in it. There was like a lot of people in it. It was a good film.
I respect your opinion.
And you could tell they filmed it in hot ass Miami. Like they were sweating like pigs when they filmed that shit.
Oh yeah.
You know, like that's how Miami is. Like Miami is hot like every day. Then they get rain later.
One of my friends is actually in Florida right now, so
Yeah, I got family all over down there. Like it's always hot down here. I thought it was good, and the soundtrack was dope too.
what was on the soundtrack?
They had like different. It wasn't like I don't think they had like new songs for the soundtrack. It was like all like shit that was out before. You know, of course they played all about the Benjamins in the beginning of the movie. You know,
Oh, about the Benjamins, baby.
yeah. They had some joints. Rick Ross is on the yeah, Rick Ross. Like this is early Rick Ross and Trina. Uh, what else is on there? PD Pablo, remember him?
Of course, I fuck with P.
Bling Bling, the Hot Boys, For the Love of Money, the
Mm,
OJs.
okay.
Uh,
That
Public
kind of reminds.
Announcement, Public Announcement, Mamacita. I don't know that song.
I think that was from the post R Kelly era, if I'm not mistaken.
JT Money and Soleil. This is really old. Soleil don't even rap no more.
Who?
Soleil, Genuine's baby mama.
I have never heard.
You
I
never
have never knew.
you never heard a song from her?
I said what?
You never heard a song from Soleil?
Nah.
What year were you born?
Um, I don't like to reveal my birth year on live, but you know,
Nigga, I know it was in the 90s, man. You don't like to reveal your birth year. I think I want to say Soleil came out like around like 96, 97, around there.
is it SU? Is it spelled SOULE?
No, Sole, Soleil.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
Yeah,
Was she good?
she's Genuine's baby mother. She had like two or three kids with her.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah,
And that and that
that's
and
why
that
she
gi-
stopped rapping. Like she became a mother. She stopped rapping
and
after
that's
that.
and her being a baby mama gives her the validation to make music.
I didn't say she was good. I never listened. I never bought none of her shit.
Ah,
You know what I'm saying? She wasn't good, but She had a song on the All About the Benjamin soundtrack with JT Money.
Yeah, I might have to check it out now.
This wasn't a good soundtrack. I mean, it's just basically they took songs from other albums and put it on here.
Yeah, as long as it's about money, that's what it's about. I be hanging downtown, contemplating. Maybe I'll try. You say you got the Naughty album, right? Hello? Yo, can you hear me? Hey, yo. Hey, yo, try. Hey, yo, try. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I said you got the Naughty album, right?
Yep.
Okay. Maybe until then, I'll be hanging downtown. What you know about that song, though?
I don't.
That's Cameo.
I don't know that one.
Oh man, that's one of their best out, one of their best songs and shit like that.
Oh yeah, is
Before,
it?
yeah, some of their best,
I
one of
like
the
the
best.
hits. I like the cameo hits.
But you know who sampled that, right?
Who's that?
RuPaul sampled that. RuPaul sampled that song for Superstar from the Living Proof album.
Oh, okay. What part? The beginning or the actual like bass line or something?
The intro, like the dun 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 dun.
Intro.
dun.
Okay.
Q, Q said,
That part.
yeah. Q said, I have a nice singing voice. Ah man, don't get me started, man.
No, he don't. No, he. I don't know what the hell you listen. You hearing? No, he does
Chill
not.
out.
Y'all think anybody can sing now?
I mean,
You see what Drake has done for people that can't sing?
hey, I was actually in the church choir when I was little
He
and
gave,
shit.
he gave you a hope. He gave you a hope. You was in a church choir, so why'd you pick rapping? Why you didn't become an R&B singer?
Cause I can't see myself as a gospel singer. Sorry. Hell, Andre sang in the church
No, you don't
choir
have to do
too.
gospel. Well, Jodeci sang gospel and they went from singing about the Lord to singing about panties and shit. So you know, you got to sing gospel. You can sing about freaking you too.
Freaking for Jesus.
Right. Exactly.
Freaking for Jesus.
You
Wow.
know, freaking for Jesus.
All right, let me get my shit together. Ah, Lord. Freaking for Jesus. Okay, let me double check one thing before we start. I'm trying to find a good album anniversary we can do.
A good album anniversary.
Yeah, like on this day, on this day
Like Saturday or for Friday?
for Friday.
What came out today? I mean, yesterday. Silk the Shaka, Made Man. It was 25 years of that.
I mean, like R&B since we're doing like an R&B review.
Or R&B. Ain't no R&B.
You know
I ain't
R&B.
finding any. I ain't finding any now.
Okay, let me look up on this day in hip hop.
check.
Actually, nothing's been released. Fuck it. Okay.
It
Fuck
is
it.
January though.
I mean, there was some shit that came out on January, but you know,
Wait, I mean, 3 days ago, it was 27 years for Tony Rich first album, but you don't like Tony Rich.
nah.
Okay, that was 3 days ago.
Well, we didn't do a review 3 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. And trust me, I-
Brownstone was on the 10th. That was 29 years ago for their first album.
Brownstone. Oh, okay, that's a
Yeah,
dope.
the first album from the bottom up that was on the 10th of January. So he had like one or two releases in January. It wasn't a lot.
It's all good. Okay. Somebody passed away today too. I'm trying to see if there's anybody important. But yeah, I'm ready to start whenever you are.
Let's go.
All right, what's up, YouTube? How's everyone doing this lovely, lovely, lovely Friday night, Saturday morning, kickstart to the weekend? You know how the fuck we do. It's your boy Reg in the building. Got my homeboy light skinned Jordan Tribero in the building as well too.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? Um, let me just double check one thing. Yeah, fuck it. I'm not even gonna waste my time with that. If it comes to me, it comes to me. So today's gonna be a double review honoring one of the pioneers, one of the greatest when it comes to this music shit, you know what I'm saying? It was really supposed to be a single review, but you know what? This I'm kind of like on the creative high right now. So we're gonna talk about Chaka Khan with a Naughty album, which Tribero has in his collection.
You
And
doing Naughty first?
yeah, we're doing Naughty first. And we're gonna do self-titled album from 1982. Well, the one with her first and her last name. Let me just say that right now because after last night, the confusion. The first album was just her first name. This is just her first and last name, and the joint from '88. The joint from '88 is her initials and shit too. So I don't know if this was Shaka's idea. I don't know if this
She was
was the
on coke.
label.
She was on coke. It's clear. It's clear to see.
You said what?
She was on cocaine because there's no way in hell you're naming two albums the same as your name. No.
Hey, Peter Gabriel. I like Peter Gabriel, but he named his first four albums self-titled after his name and shit. So
He was a damn fool too. Great Chaka. She was so gorgeous here. What happened to her? What happened to Chaka? See what happens when you take drugs, kids.
She still is gorgeous. Well, she still is pretty beautiful.
In a coquettish way, yeah. She's still gorgeous, yeah. If you're into that thing.
You said what?
I said if you're into that type of thing. I'm not into cokeheads. I'm sorry. I need my women drug free. You know.
I actually dated a cokehead one time. Believe it or not. I never done coke though, but you know.
Crackhead Stories by Reg Thompson coming soon. I'm sure you have. You dated a cokehead once.
Hey,
wow.
Well, the reason why I dated her because every time she was on coke, the sex was better than everything.
Oh my god, I can't do it. I'm good.
I mean, it was kind of weird though because not only was she on coke, but her mama wanted me too.
Her mother was on coke too?
No, her mom wanted to suck my dick too. So
her mom wanted you too. So you're sleeping with a cokehead, and the mother wanted you also.
Hey. Well, let's listen.
You cannot make up anywhere, folks. Only Reg can have these stories.
Listen, it was the pandemic. All right, so I met this girl.
So people was desperate during the pandemic.
No, I'm just saying. I met this girl when I was leaving the mall. She was entering the mall. We kicked it a bit, smoked some weed, all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, I found out she was on coke because she's like, "Do you mind if I do something in front of you?" I'm just like, I mean, as long as I don't
Just
do
like
that
that.
shit.
She was that comfortable with what she would. She just said like,
Yeah,
"You coming?"
she was literally that fucking comfortable and shit. So I was just like, "Fuck it. If you want to do coke and shit." You know, shit.
I have never had a female say, "Try, can I smoke some blown from you?" That doesn't happen. You know.
Like I said, I never done coke, never would do coke, never done crack. Coke and crack are different, just letting y'all know. But yeah,
Well, that's nice to know. Because sometimes you get on here and I'll be wondering. I'm like, yo, dude, was he on drugs when he said what he said?
I
I be
don't
wondering
do drugs.
sometimes.
I don't
I
fucking
be
do drugs
wondering.
and shit.
Uh,
Anyway, I'm gonna tell that full story on a different date, cause yeah. Um, so we're gonna start off with Naughty. This album came out March 26, 1980 on Warner Brothers Records. It came out with three singles: Clouds, Papillion, aka Hot Butterfly, and Get Ready, Get Set. No guest appearances. This was produced by the great Arif Mardin. I'm gonna say, if you guys know about Shaka Khan, you should know Arif Mardin definitely was like the trailblazer force behind some of her best albums and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So, I just wanted to show and show y'all some education on that part. You know what I'm saying? So so we've talked about Shaka Khan in the past before. I know we did a review on the Shaka album from 1978. We did the Master Jam from Rufus, which I feel like that's Rufus's best album in my opinion, because it had Quincy Jones was on that shit too. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody always wants to say, "Oh, Quincy was just best known doing shit with Michael. He done shit with a lot of artists, but to each his own." We briefly talked about the "I Feel for You" album when we did a top 5 worst '80s R&B albums and shit like that too. I put out my number 5. I mean, I'm gonna go to a full review on that one day, but yeah. So yeah, Shaka Khan. So around this time on Shaka Khan's career, she was kind of taking a break from Rufus and everything like that too. Because there was, even though like she took a break, there was some controversy because there was certain members that was kind of jealous of Shaka Khan's success and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So 1978, she dropped the debut album Shaka, first name only. Very dope album. That was a very disco heavy album. That was known for songs like "I'm Every Woman." That's like an anthem. This might be controversial. I kind of prefer Whitney Houston's version over that one. Just being real.
okay.
Just being real. I love Shaka's version, but the Whitney version, I don't know. Something about the Whitney version was just immaculate and everything like that too. You said what?
I said Whitney had a tendency to do that. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
steal your song and make it better.
You know. And then 1979, she dropped a Master Jam with Rufus. She came back to Rufus, and this was actually her last appearance. Hold on. Yeah, this was her last appearance with Rufus before she reunited with the band from 1981 with the Camouflage album, which I've not heard yet. You know what I'm saying? So I need to hear that one day. And so around this time in 1980, she was getting ready to work on this album and everything like that too. And this was like highly anticipated and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? She definitely hooked up with like a lot of musicians, like Anthony Jackson. She hooked up with bass. You know what I'm saying? And Anthony Jackson, he definitely done a lot of dope work. He did the bass line for Billy Paul's song "Me and Mrs. Jones." He did the bass line for "The Love of Money." The boom, doom, doom, like he did that bass line and shit like that. That's like actually one of my favorite OJ songs. Period.
Yeah, same
He
here.
also yeah, she also worked with Matt Michael Breaker. You know, I think he was from the Average White Band and everything like that too. Give me 1 second while I double check that. She worked with somebody from the Average White Band, but I could be wrong on that part. I'm gonna get more into that when I'm gonna open up my notes. But yeah, Average White Band is definitely a band I have to talk about on this channel. There's a certain album I'm trying to get from them and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Before I actually start coverage on them, but I'm gonna keep that under the wraps for right now. And yeah, with this album, pretty much came out 2 years later. This is actually the first time I've actually heard this album. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? This is actually the first time, so you guys are gonna hear my authentic thoughts. These are the reviews I like doing the most. You know what I'm saying? And she actually, believe it or not, she actually got her first American Music Award nomination for favorite soul and R&B female artist in 1980 and 1981 American Music Awards. And let's see who she lost to. Hold on. Let's see who she lost to.
The Rock.
Oh, Diana Ross. I mean,
Oh.
I can't get mad about that because I think that was the year she came out with the Diana album. Because I think they were recognizing that for the Diana album.
That was good.
And very dope. That's actually one of my favorite R&B albums from 1980. To be real with you, and that was like one of the last great disco albums too, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, can't get mad about that. And she was also nominated with Stephanie Mills too. And yeah, Stephanie Mills also had a good 1981 and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? That's interesting as
I
hell.
think they're doing a review on that coming up, Mike and Ray.
Yeah, I read about that. Yeah, okay. And with this album being coming out in 1980, this was pretty much 1 year after the old disco demolition, everything like that, when they just pretty much fucked up all the disco records. But I'm gonna be quite honest with you, that disco demolition, I feel like that was just an excuse for motherfuckers to get just to fuck up black records in general. Because I was watching a video about that. I think it was like an unsung episode, and a lot of those albums that they were fucking up that they mentioned, it was not only disco, it was just R&B records. I feel like it was more
Why did
racial.
they go in a baseball stadium and do all that though?
That's a very good question.
That makes no sense.
That's a very good question. These questions and many more will be answered in the next episode of Soap. And if you guys get that reference, y'all the MVP. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So this album, pretty much, I say this like 1980, 1981, 19 early to mid 82. I felt like music was just on a free for all after disco, because like a lot of the music genre, like rock, jazz, pop, all had like that disco touch to it. And so once the disco demolition came out, if you had a disco song, either you didn't have a hit for years or you were just pretty much blackballed and shit. Prime example, when we talked about Chic last year, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with Chic, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially that first album. But then when we talk about the third album, that was released, I think a year before the whole disco demolition. And then the next album that came out right after that was not hitting like that, because that album from 1979 had The Freak,
Right.
and I think that's like the most signature song.
Mhm.
Also, too, you said what?
Good times.
Good Times. I forgot about that one. Yeah. The Bee Gees. Saturday Night Fever. After the whole disco demolition, commercially, they weren't really hitting a lot of high points commercially. And I have not heard a lot of Bee Gees stuff post 1979. Stuff like, because that's the thing, they weren't always disco. They started off really like a pop, classic rock, and they did R&B, easy listening. It's just the disco was just the more outrageous shit. Because that Children of the Night album, from Children of the World, that's actually my favorite Bee Gees album. To be real,
That's a great album. I love that.
Right. Saturday Night Fever, artistically, that's their magnum opus. But you got to be real, it was not just all Bee Gees on the album, because you had Kool and the Gang, you had Casey and the Sunshine Band, you had Yvonne Illman. Yes, they did the majority of the production on that, but still, you know what I'm saying. But back to Chaka and stuff like that too. So like, yeah, music was pretty much like on weird stance around this time too. And this album at the time, it was more popular in the R&B circle than like the pop circle, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta mention that shit, because you said what?
I'm waiting for you to mention Justin Timberlake. Somehow he's gonna get in this conversation.
Well, I was not planning on mentioning Justin Timberlake because Justin Timberlake did not make music in 1979. But if you want me to talk about him, just admit
At
it.
some point, he's gonna come up in this conversation, and I'll be like, why are we talking about Justin?
No, no, he's not. No, he's not. Because the Chaka album pretty much peaked at number 12, like on the Billboard 200. This album peaked at number 43 and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't even go gold, to be real with you. But that does not mean it's a bad album though. That does not mean it's a bad album. It just means that
Nobody bought it.
no, it literally just means because when you hear "I'm Every Woman," people just say, "Oh, it's like a funk song, but has some disco tendencies and shit like that too."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But we'll talk about this album. The album cover, pretty dope album cover right here. It's a pretty standard album cover of R&B album cover from that time period and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know why she got the girl. Is the girl supposed to be her? Why she got the young girl on the back cover?
Let me.
I don't understand. That's not her kid, right?
I actually don't even know. Hold on.
I don't get that.
I
You have an album called Naughty, and she's dressed like in a you know look like a negligee, but she got a little girl on the back cover of it. I don't understand.
Well, we have to ask Shaka Khan that,
Yeah.
but
Can we when she's sober, she can answer it.
you're gonna stop talking shit about Shaka. You need okay. That versus was not a good look.
It
I'll be
wasn't.
the first.
And I picked her to win. That's the thing.
You said what?
I picked her to win the verses, and
Mm.
she came out as a wreck.
Hey, she's still a legend. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
She's still a legend.
A drunk one.
How many times has Aaron Hall came out drunkly performed some God songs and shit like that, and we still praise? Well, I don't know if niggas are praising him after the recent scandal about him.
I never seen him drunk. So, I mean, I don't know. I never seen him drunk. I heard he was drunk and shit.
So you haven't seen that recent video when he was like gyrating on the stage and shit like that?
I didn't watch it.
I'll send it to you later.
Drunk Aaron Hall.
All right.
No.
So this album has 10 songs. You know what I'm saying? Pretty standard. We're gonna get started with the first track called Clouds. This might be my favorite song on this album. You know what I'm saying? Right from the gate. Yeah. It was written by some of my favorite songwriters, Ashford and Simpson. You know what I'm saying? If you guys are familiar with some of our most legendary Motown reviews, you heard their names being mentioned a few times. This was before they came out with Solid as a Rock. Mm-hmm. This was before all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how a lot of the pop crowd knows them. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with it. Yeah. Well, yeah, I fuck with Ash. I fuck with Solid and shit like that. Like, don't get me started. I fuck with that. So other than that, I like this song because of the fact that it definitely showcased the vocals and everything like that. Chaka Khan always had them nice songs to open up the albums with, so I'll definitely give her that track. You know what I'm saying? It's very dramatic, dynamic. You know what I'm saying? It has her fucking love for clouds and stuff like that too. You know, I've always loved when motherfuckers do songs about like rain and the sun and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Just pretty much her saying, to get these clouds away from me. I'm about to, shine on through. You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very dope song. A little trivia, which I forgot to mention. On this album, you definitely hear background vocals from two R&B legends, Whitney Houston and Luther Vandross.
So Whitney's on this?
Luther. Yeah. Sissy Houston's on this too. You know what I'm saying? Let me give my credit where credit's due. Sissy's on this too, because Whitney and Sissy did background vocal. I see so much on the call you doing the live. Whitney and Sissy did background vocals on this track as well too. You know what I'm saying? So just a little trivia. I want to throw that out there. So yeah, this is my favorite song on the album.
And this was great. I love the opening track. The like the thunder, sounds in the background and the rain and the beat was fire. The pianos, the guitars. It was like a disco track, and Shaka killed it. I didn't even know the background had Whitney and Luther and Sissy Houston, and it was great.
Definitely. Next song we got is Get Up, Get Ready, Get Set. I never thought I'd hear a song titled that, you know what I'm saying? But you know what, I'll give it to Shaka, you know what I'm saying? Only Shaka can do a song titled this. This pretty much continues off where the last one left off. It's a much more melodic, smoother joint.
Mm.
Off topic, off topic. You and I have the same notification on my phone, so every time I hear that shit, I always think it's my phone for a minute. That's why it always distracts the fuck out of me. I just have to say that right now because that was the second time I literally just looked at my phone. I was like, oh, that's trash shit. Okay.
I gotta change my shit then.
No, don't you? Because I forgot mine's on vibrate. I'm gonna put mine on vibrate. So
I don't know why people. The minute you get a new phone, people want to hit you up and you're doing a live stream. That don't make no sense.
Right, it's like fucking who the fuck is this at 1 a.m. and shit?
It's a booty call.
But anyway, ah! But yeah, this one was a very hot joint too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, another favorite of mine.
This was dope. I like the beat for this. The bass line, it was a solid album cut.
Definitely. Next song we got is "Move Me No Mountain." So this appears to be a cover, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but it's a cover track and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? At first it was recorded by the Love Unlimited, and then Dionne Warwick did a version of it. Those both came out in 1974 and 1975 respectively. I have not heard both of those versions. Hell, now I'm reading that Soul to Soul did a version of this one in 1992. So, but other than that, you know what I'm saying? This one this is a song that Shaka Khan definitely does well. The jazz tendencies with the funkiness, which I feel like she was one of the best to ever do it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this one was a very cool joint right here. So I like it.
You know who sample this?
Who?
Common.
Oh shit, for song.
For Higher Expectations from the Soul in the Whole soundtrack. Like there's a part in the song that he like took it and he made it into the chorus or whatever. That's fire. That was like one of my favorite joints on that soundtrack. But this is yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, I had to be listening to that one.
It's been a minute.
But I'm sorry about
it. It was a melodic track and I love the strings on it, the beat. This is dope.
Definitely. Track number 4, Nothing's Gonna Take You Away. This one was okay. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much like a little soft kind of ballad kind of shit like that too, or like a more introspective kind of song. You know what I'm saying? Not that I don't like this song. I just feel like it was alright.
I like it. I think the saxophone play on it was good. It was like a nice mid-tempo track. The beat was nice.
Definitely. All right, next joint is I'm So Naughty. Love this fucking track right here. First of all, the instrumentation on this track right here is very dope right here. You know what I'm saying? Marcus Miller on the bass, man. He killed it on the fucking bass on this track. You know what I'm saying? I love the fucking chorus too, like naughty. Like she's like the way she's like, oh, you're so naughty. You know what I'm saying? I love how she does it. You know what I'm saying? Simple lyrics, complicated, funky rhythm, Shaka doing her thing. What more can you ask for?
And it was jazzy too. It was like the horn sections on that.
Oh man, yeah.
And the beat and her vocals sounded great on it. And this was one of my favorites on here.
Definitely one of my favorites and shit
You
like
you
that
would
too.
think with a song title like "So Naughty" would be like real. It would be like
Dirty.
yeah, like more Quiet Storm type, but it wasn't like that.
Right,
It was the opposite. You know.
right. All right, track number 6. We're gonna go with that song "Too Much Love." This is another very, very, very dope track right here, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? This album kind of hitting. I'm not gonna lie. Another very
Mhm.
dope track. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I didn't really write too much notes on this. I just say it was pretty dope.
Yeah, this is. I like the electric guitars on this one. It had like a rock type of sound to it. You know,
Yeah,
the beat was fire. This was dope.
yeah, definitely. Definitely a very, very, very distinctive song. Now that you mention it.
Hmm.
Um, Track number 7, we got "All Night, All Right." Um, hmm, this was another great song too. You know what I'm saying? Another very great song. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty much one of those songs where it's like it starts off on a dance floor, but then you end up in the bedroom and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The violin, I was not
Hmm.
expecting that violin on that track. You know what I'm saying? Especially for
Yeah.
Chaka Khan's song. I'm just like,
Right.
interesting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Facts. Yeah. It had like a Herb Albert sound to it. You know what I'm saying? Like this was like early Herb Albert. You know, the violins to start it off, and then the horns, and it had a nice beat. It was funky. I liked it. This was good.
Definitely. All right. Next song we got is "What You Did." Um, this was another song I kind of felt like it was okay. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was written by Shaka Khan and Mark Stevens, and I think this was like the only song Shaka wrote for this
Right.
project and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? So this one was okay. I wasn't really too crazy about this one though, but
This one was cool. I thought it was alright.
right, all right. Then we have Papillion, aka Hot Butterfly. Little trivia about this song. So this is another cover song right here, and pretty much it was originally recorded by a group called the group was called like Diamond and stuff like that too. Yeah, it was called Diamond and stuff too. And guess who? Guess who actually also sung with that group?
Cool.
And y'all gonna kill me. Oh, excuse me. The band was called Bionic Boogie. I don't know why Wikipedia said this shit. Okay.
Miami Boogie.
Yeah. Luther Vandross also sang on the original version of this track.
Wow.
And right. And the crazy thing about it is him and Sissy Houston was also among the background vocals for this track as well too. So
Okay.
Luther was pretty much getting y'all ready for Never Too Much, I see.
Right. Yeah. For real.
He was getting y'all ready. He was just like, I'm gonna remind y'all motherfuckers I've been in the game and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, this is another cool track right here. Rest in peace, Luther Vandross. I cannot wait to see that documentary that Jimmy Fox is working on. I cannot wait to see that shit.
Yeah. That was good. It's a good track. Like the beat for this.
Yeah, you're right about that. And the last track on this album is called "Our Love's in Danger." You know what I'm saying? Another very dope track right here. This definitely has somewhat of a disco-ish kind of feel to it too. But you know what?
Mhm.
By the way, Ashford and Simpson um did this song as well too. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Wrote the song, and just like Clouds, this is actually another favorite song of mine. Probably my second favorite song of mine. Okay, Ashford and Simpson with the 2 for 2. I see. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, this could have easily been on the first album as well too. But you know what? I'm sad with the way it is. I love the beat to this song right here. You know what I'm saying? I fucking love it.
Yeah. This was dope. It's a nice way to end off the album. Nice song. Something proper.
Right. All right. So overall, this is a very dope album in my opinion. Um, would I say it's better than the debut album? Mm, Surprisingly, I feel like they're both up to par in my opinion. They're
Mhm.
both neck to neck in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I definitely feel like, in a way, it was definitely her trying to branch out more, going back more into like her own style and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the funk, I feel like it was definitely more funkier than the Shaka album, in my personal opinion. 'Cause I felt like the Shaka album had more of like an R&B disco kind of sound. This definitely was just straight up funk. You know what I'm saying? There's probably like two songs I could have probably done without, but I would not go as far as say, oh, it's just horrendous. You should not listen to it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give this one a. I'm gonna be fair. 4.5 out of 5.
I like it. I think was good, and Shaka sounded good in a lot of the songs, and you know, a lot of good songs on here. Clouds and Move No Mountain, All Night All Right, So Naughty. You know, Nothing's Gonna Take Me Away, and I'm gonna give it 4 mics. I think it's a good album.
Definitely. Now, the one I can't wait to talk about. This one right here,
Oh
self-titled.
boy, oh boy.
And I think Try can't wait to talk about this one either, I see.
No, I can't wait to forget it.
I don't know what I'm hearing right now because this
I just feel like
I'm not even gonna I'm not even gonna
what is her definitive album if she has one?
well, a lot of fans have gave a lot of different answers over the years and stuff like that too when it comes to Shaka Khan.
Just,
But if I had to pick three,
mm,
the first album, because of course that was the classic one and everything like that. That was the one like everybody knows. I feel for you because again, that was like her comeback
mhm.
after officially Rufus broke up, and of course the title track came out with bang after bang after banger, and I think if I'm not mistaken, that's actually her most successful album to date.
Mhm.
And if you want to ask the diehard Shaka fans, they're going to say this one right here.
Right.
Me personally, and this is going to cause a lot of crazy shit. My favorite one is actually 1992's "The Woman I Am." That's my favorite Shaka album. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And that was actually a tribute to Miles Davis, and it had a more darker sound to it.
Wow.
Um, this is actually my second favorite Shaka album. But again, I'm gonna talk about this one and shit too. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Okay, I can't wait to talk about this one. Can't wait. So the singles this album came out with are shit. Did this album come out with some? Oh yeah, her cover of Michael Jackson's "Got to Be There" and "Tearing It Up." Guest appearance. The only guest appearance on this album is Rick James, which we'll talk more about that. Um, and of course, Arif Martin. Arif Martin is the
Mhm.
producer on this album as well too. All right, so pretty much, after the release of the Naughty album, again, Shaka Khan returned to Rufus, and she did the Camouflage album from 1981. You know what I'm saying? Which again, I never heard that record. You know what I'm saying? I never heard that record, so I'm gonna hear it one day and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Um, what the fuck you laughing at?
One day,
Nah, because you know how many fucking albums I said I was going to listen to, and they just
uh-huh.
slipped my mind.
Shaka Khan is the R&B version of Fabulous.
Yo, watch your fucking mouth.
She ain't got one definitive album, just like Fabulous.
I disagree.
He ain't got one definitive album.
I
They
disagree.
they fans say different albums. They don't got that one. What's
Well,
wrong with you?
how many Jay Z fans say Reasonable Doubt, Blueprint, Black Album are always best? They don't have a definitive
No,
album.
no.
No.
Reasonable Doubt is his definitive one, and then Blueprint. That is the definitive album for him. You know what I'm saying? Blueprint was after the fact. There's no. I don't think Blueprint's better than Reasonable Doubt.
Oh yeah.
No, Reasonable Doubt is the definitive album for Joe. Well, for me, it's always been Volume 2. That's my favorite one.
Really?
Yes, Volume 2 is my favorite. That's the first one I ever bought from Jay. Because I wasn't a Jay fan when he first came out like that. Like he was cool, but I was more into Biggie and Nas. And by the third, so we talking about like the third album. By the time the third album came out, that's when I became like a real fan of his. But I didn't run to the store to buy Reasonable Doubt. I still don't got it.
Oh,
I still don't have it. You know.
definitely.
But Reasonable Doubt is like that is to a lot of people his definitive album, and then Blueprint.
Got you. But I definitely hear what you're saying because, like I said before, a lot of people definitely say that a lot of people definitely say that Shaka has like a lot of definitive albums. They mostly just stick to like the Rufus shit or
Right.
some shit.
That's what I say. I think Rufus is her best shit.
Yeah, but like I said, her solo albums have some heat though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hmm.
Mm.
She and
But
Fab need to do a collab together, yo.
yo, no. Fabulous needs to worry about not hitting his women and shit. But I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on that.
Man.
Mind you, Shaka Khan was abused by them Rufus members too and shit. So you actually think you want to do a song with
Right?
him?
I
Shit.
and the Beast collab right there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
That should be fire.
Anyway,
And get Diddy to produce it.
well, it will be a first time for everything, right? Okay.
Right? You never know.
Anyway, as I was saying, so after the release of that, she came with a Camouflage album. Then she dropped another solo album from 1981 called "What You Gonna Do for Me." You know what I'm saying? Which that's an album I've never heard in full. Of course, I know the song that "What You Gonna Do for Me." I know that song, of course.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then fast forward to like a 1982, that would actually end up being actually one of her most busiest years because not only did she drop this album, but she also dropped another album in that same year, like a jazz covers album and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Called "Echoes of an Era." That came out in January 14, 1982, and it was just her doing jazz standards like the "I Love You Porgy" song. Spring can really hang you up the most. You know what I'm saying? I actually just knew about this record today. To be real with you, you know what I'm saying? But I might actually check that shit out. You know what I'm saying? I might actually check that shit out. Other than that, fast forward to that same year, she actually dropped this album right here. And you know what's crazy though? This album actually got her a Grammy for Best R&B Vocal Performance Female. A Grammy, right? But I'm hold on, but hear me out. Hear me out.
Uh-huh.
Hear me out. Let's see who's the competition that year. Let's see. Aretha Franklin's "Get It Right" album. That one was okay and shit like that.
Yeah.
That one was after Jump to It. It wasn't touching Jump to It though. It wasn't touching that. Jennifer Holiday's "Feel My Soul." That was her first album. I actually never heard a Jennifer Holiday album before, so Patti LaBelle, "The Best Is Yet to Come." You know what I'm saying? I gotta be listening to that song. Stephanie Mills, "Merciless" album. I've never heard that album either, but I know she did a cover of Prince's "How Come You Don't Call Me Anymore" on that record, which that was a decent cover. And Denise Williams, "I'm So Proud." I have not heard that album either, but yeah. So Shaka had that shit easily. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna hold you and stuff like that too. I mean, and she also won another Grammy for another song on this album too, which we're gonna get into that in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But she don't have a definitive album, right, Try? I mean, I'm just saying. I never seen Fabulous with a Grammy.
I don't think she do. She got a couple of good albums. I don't know what's her best one.
Well, that's why I'm here to help you out. That's why I'm here.
That's
why I'm here.
Well, thank you very much.
No problem, boss.
What would I do?
So I mean, what would the whole world do without me?
Yeah.
You know,
What would we do?
shit.
You know.
But the gag of it all. So you would
Right.
think that this album would be more remembered, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, y'all want to laugh? Y'all want to
Yep.
laugh?
Yep.
Y'all get y'all gonna love this.
Uh,
This album was never released on CD.
you said that. So I remember you said
Yeah,
that.
I know, but I sometimes just want to emphasize. I like to emphasize this.
Okay.
Emphasize. So it was never really in the U.S. Period. In the U.S. In Europe, the only CD you can actually get is a Japan import.
Right.
And of course, they did like a five classic album, and you can
Mm-hmm.
get that on CD too. But that's why this album was like very hard to come by on vinyl. Well, not for me. 'Cause I actually got this for $3 and shit. So I saw that shit in the store. I quickly grabbed that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Still got dry. So yeah, so this album was like very hard to come by. Even on vinyl today, I looked some shit on eBay. It was basically very expensive. So
Shit.
you know what I'm saying. So this is the album cover right here. This album cover right here, you know what I'm saying? Chaka Khan looking fucking cute as fuck on this album cover. I'm not even fucking gonna hold you.
Yeah.
This is vinyl. Yes. Again, the album cover again. Okay. The only thing I don't like about this album is like, it's pretty much the same. It's like the same fucking photo and shit like that.
Right.
I be feel like she be trying to troll us sometimes. Anyway, yeah. So this album has 8 songs.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna start with the first song called "Tearing It Up." This is like the first single off this fucking album, and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Very well, not the first single, but one of the singles. Very dope track right here and stuff like that. It definitely, you hear them synths, it's automatically gonna take you to 1982 and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. This came out November of '82. When did Thriller came out?
That was what, December? Wasn't that December 82? Or was that November?
I think that was November too. Hold on.
Right, like end of November, I think.
Wow, this was November 29th. Oh shit. Okay.
Right, so right before Thriller.
Right before Thriller. I thought it was actually the same day as Thriller. I was about to say, hold up. But yeah, Michael had the motherfuckers on lock. Anyway, yeah, man. This is the one with the Average White Band member on this one. Hamish Stewart from Average White Band. He actually played the electric piano on this one as well too. You know what I'm saying? Very dope track. I love this beat and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? A fucking fire ass joint.
Yeah. We on track 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was dope. I enjoyed it. You know, I think the beat was fire. And this horn section, the saxophone. It was a long song. It was like maybe 6 minutes long.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we starting off the album with a 6-minute song, Chaka? Come on. That's probably like how break to, run and snort some cocaine while the band is playing.
You know what? I'm gonna really get sick of you.
That's a long ass song. The first song is like 6 minutes long already. I felt like I was at a concert.
You're probably at the best concert of your fucking life, nigga.
Right? Yeah, you might be right. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't say.
Anyway, yeah, I definitely agree you about that. You know, now one of my favorite Chaka Khan songs, "Slow Dancing." Slow Dance. My favorite song on this album, period. Featuring the late, the great, the funky, the artistic, the immaculate Rick James. Yes. You know what I'm saying? One of the best tracks she's ever fucking done. Little trivia. This was actually supposed to have been a single and everything. This was actually been the first single on this album. And Rick James actually talks about this in his infamous autobiography on the Memoirs of a Super Freak, one of my favorite books of all time. Get this version. This is actually the best version of the book because I know they re-released it and they called it Glow, which I'm more prefer. This one was more raunchy and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? But that's besides the point. I'm gonna have to do a review on that book one day. You know what I'm saying? But definitely a very, very, very raunchy joint right here. You know what I'm saying? Um, even though it was not even released as a single, it still managed to make an appearance on the charts and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And love the horns on this record and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? This was written by Los Neto. I love how Rick James starts off this song and shit like that. I catch your reflection through smoke-filled eyes. I begin my inspection and I'm watching you. You smooth syncopation. You synthesize. You beat in vibration. Makes me watching you. And then, oh my God, they were just going in on this fucking record right here. This was a raunchy joint for 1982, in my personal
Mm-hmm.
opinion and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? My favorite track on this album, a fucking Chaka song that I feel like should get more mention. You know what I'm saying? If you're a DJ and you got this fucking joint, loop the fuck out that intro, that bunk bunk. You know what? I might give myself an idea on that. Say fuck that. I might even do some shit with that. Yeah, slow dancing with Rick James, classic,
This
classic, classic.
this is a dope collab with Rick, and I love the beat, the bass line, the horns for it, and they both had like some good chemistry. Just doing this
Yeah,
track.
yes, man. I'm telling you, man. If this was the first motherfucking single, man, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ, man. Like I said, man, Rick, y'all niggas be sleeping on motherfucking Rick James and shit. Niggas be sleeping on Rick James sometimes and shit. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying?
Yeah.
But if y'all hear motherfucking Mary Jane or Super Freak, which I love those fucking records though, but give me Getting It On in the Sunshine. Give me motherfucking Moonchild. I was like, come on, y'all. Rest in peace, Rick James, man. Motherfucker, he's a goat, nigga.
We on best in the West.
My fault. I was still shit. Okay.
We
Yeah.
still talking about slow dancing? Oh my god.
I was still talking about this.
Yo.
Okay. My fault. Okay. So next track is Best in the West. Um this was another very dope song too. I'm not gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? I guess, Shaka Khan wants to be a cowgirl now and stuff like that, Oh shit. See, now try got me cracking jokes and shit like that too, you know what I'm saying? Shit, but anyway, yeah, this was a very, very, very distinctive song on this motherfucking record and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like this joint. Yeah,
Yeah, this is fire. I like the violins on it, the beat, the piano on chords. This is dope.
yeah, definitely a very, very, very dope track too. You know what I'm saying? Give me one quick second. Yeah, okay, there you are. Next song we got is "Got to Be There." Now we all damn well know this is the cover of Michael Jackson's song from his very first album, "Not Off the Wall." The first Motown that was dropped on Motown because there be motherfuckers that be like, oh well, I don't consider those to be albums and shit. If it has his motherfucking name on it, then clearly that's his debut album and shit. But niggas are slow. That's all I gotta say. Anyway, this was not a bad cover. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be real with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be real with you. When it comes to that album, I'm more of a fan of like I want to be where you are. That's my fucking joint. Like this has always been a good Michael Jackson song and stuff like that too. But it's never been like among those Motown Michael songs I could be like, oh my god, I gotta listen to. You know what I'm saying? But that's just what I gotta say.
It was cool. It's not beating Michael's own though. You
Right.
know, it was alright.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
give it equal effort. You gotta eat Chaka. You know.
Yeah, man. But she did. Vocally, this is one of the best on the album. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'll give it that. You know. So far, try you giving this album kind of good reviews and shit. And we
But I
already
mean,
have.
shit, it gets done.
We
No,
already halfway.
no,
We
I
already
don't
have.
mean that. It's not a bad album. I just feel like listening to some of these solo albums. Somehow I'm like, what is like how classic solo album? Yeah.
Mm, definitely. Can you imagine her doing a country album,
Oh
like
God.
country funk album?
Right. I don't know. Can she do it
Shit.
now in
Hey,
this
if
era?
Andre
Because
can
like
play for flutes, man, anybody's.
country music is different now. Like, could she do it now in this era?
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. Yeah, man.
Hmm.
Um, next song on this album is the bebop the bebop medley. Excuse me. What am I fucking doing? To a lot of people, this is a lot of people's favorite song on this album and shit like that. And I definitely like the fact that she definitely expressed more of her jazz roots on this one because you gotta know Shaka. Shaka definitely can do some jazz when she wants to, And
Right.
it's pretty much a medley of jazz songs such as like Tad Damerson's Hot House, Lou Stein's East of Seuss, aka Come On Sailor, Thelonious Monk's Epistrophe, Charlie Parker's Yardbird Suite, Dizzy Gillespie's Con Alma, John Coltrane Giant Steps and stuff like that too, you know what I'm saying? All dope jazz records, you know what I'm saying? And this song actually won her another Grammy for best vocal arrangement for two or more voices. You know what I'm saying? And this beat out the Manhattan Transfer with both Code of Ethics
Wow.
and Down South Camp Meeting, Rare Silk with Red Clay, and another Manhattan Transfer song, The Night That Monk Will Return to Heaven. How you throw yourself 3 times and you still lose?
And you lost to one person, and you had 3 songs in the
Wow.
country. Wow,
Wow.
that's funny.
I've never seen that shit. Wow.
They thought they had it.
They thought they were trying something with that.
Yep, yep. Yo,
Wow. Okay. Well, you get an F for failure. But yeah, this one was very dope. I love the scatting she was doing on this one. Love her vocal arrangements. I would say it's possibly my second favorite track on this album.
this was good. A nice jazz medley, and she had the voice for that. I think. Oh, I think I would love to hear Shaka do an album with Primo, like a
Mm,
hip hop jazz Buckshot LaFont type of album.
yeah.
Cause she's on Jazz Mattel's Volume 2.
Watch what you say. That track.
Yes, I love that.
That's actually my favorite on that album too.
She had the voice for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why she never tried to do like a jazz album or anything?
She actually did a jazz album.
She did a
Like,
jazz
like,
album?
like some of her latter albums. Hold on.
Oh,
Let me see. She did one jazz. Let me double check.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. She did the Classicon album was a jazz album.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Interesting.
Classicon, you doing jazz.
Classic.
You think she's slick though. You think you slick, girl. Man, I love Shaka, man. I love Shaka
Mhm.
Khan. Track number 6, Twisted. This is not Key Sweat Twisted, but
Another
this
one.
is yeah. Yeah, man. This is another very strong joint, another jazzy joint right here too. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
This is another lot of people's favorite track. She's actually talking about, believe it or not, she's actually like talking about like her drug addiction
Wow.
on this track. You know?
Wow.
Insert try jokes on this.
No. Well, she know she got a problem. I ain't gotta say that. You know.
Yeah, man. She's actually talking about her drug addiction. So
So
she
that
had
so
a
that's what
line
it
when she
kind of means. She was twisted. That's what it means.
so
Mm,
she actually has a story
mm,
and stuff like that too. When like One of her worst periods was when she and Etta James, yes, the At Last singer,
Mm.
was doing drugs and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? They were in the hallway like injected some drugs and shit. And Etta James pretty much, told her don't fucking do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because Etta James, she also had a long history with drugs and stuff like that, where she was actually in mental hospital. Look up her story. Her story is pretty crazy and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And she pretty much told Shaka don't inject drugs and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So that's a crazy story right there too. So she had a line where she says, "So medication's still the devil in me. So into make believe your smile I see. Out of me there's a voice which keeps calling." You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
that's a pretty heavy. It's a pretty heavy track and shit like that too. So that's another favorite of mine.
Mm. Yeah, that was a decent track.
Yes sir. All right. Next song is called "So Not to Worry." Another favorite of mine and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I love the rhythm on this one. I love the singing on this one as well too. So yeah, this was pretty hot.
I love the beat for this. The beat was fire. The bass line. This was a nice album cut.
Definitely, definitely nice album cut. And the last song is called "Pass It On a Sure Thing," or as they say in Spanish, "Pasalo está seguro." Um, this one was okay. You know what I'm saying? This was. I wouldn't have ended the song off with this one. I probably have ended off with either the bebop medley, bebop medley, and Twisted. I'll probably end it off with those ones and shit. Not saying that it's a bad song, but probably sequence a little bad.
Facts. Yeah, this was dope. It's a nice little way to end off the album. It was funky
Right.
track, nice beat.
Yes, sir. Overall, this is a R&B and soul classic, if you ask me.
Oh,
Yes, I have to throw classic in there. This is a
Classic. You think
bar.
this is a classic?
I think it's a classic.
What big hit is on this album that she came out with?
You said
Is
what?
there, is there any big hits on this album?
Let me see. Yeah, the biggest hit was the cover of Michael Jackson "Got to Be There."
Yeah, but that same shit.
She just doing a rendition.
Okay, but how many? Okay, wait a minute. Correct me if I'm wrong, and this is no shade. But how many covers did Whitney have on her first album? People call that a classic album. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I like Whitney a little bit more than Shaka. So you know what I
Okay, and
mean?
that's cool. I'm not saying that as
I
a
don't
diss.
I
I
don't
mean,
know what renditions Whitney had on her first album. I don't even remember any of those being a rendition.
greatest love of all, greatest love of
Who did
all.
the
That
original?
was George Benson.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he did that for the Muhammad Ali movie, The Greatest, like that
Right.
documentary and shit.
Yeah,
Um, what else? Saving All My Love for You.
that was a
That
rendition too.
was Marilyn McCoo and Billy Davis Jr.
Wow.
Yes,
Whitney was the rendition queen. Like she just took it to a different level with those. She made it better than the Dolly Parton. She made Dolly Parton's song better than how Dolly made it.
right.
You
Even Dolly said that shit too.
Yeah.
Even Dolly said that shit.
Dolly had to bow down. I am not worthy.
Like I said, I love that album from Whitney. Don't get me wrong, I love the album from Whitney, but I have to say a lot of classic albums they had their cover songs and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why I call this album a classic because
Mhm.
personally I feel like every song on here is a fucking banger, range from excellent to amazing. Shaka was definitely in a zone with this one right here too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Slow dancing. I mean, why isn't that a much more known song when it comes to Shaka and even like the Rick James fan base and shit like that
Mhm.
too? You know what I'm saying? Um, I felt like everything was literally just on point with this. I feel like for 1982, this album. Like if I have to rank my top three R&B albums from 82, 82, Michael Jackson Thriller, Marvin Gaye Midnight Love, and this one. And I'll probably throw Prince's 1999 as my number four to be keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But this one right here, it's a bonafide classic. I give it a 5 mic. She really
Okay.
surprised me with this one.
I like some of the songs on here. Tearing It Up was cool. Slow Dancing with Rick James. That should have been a single. If it wasn't, then So Not Worry, Pass It On. I'm gonna give it 3 mics. You know, I like the Naughty album more than this one though.
Respect.
Yeah.
And just another little trivia too. And I know I'm full of trivia today. Like my name was motherfucking Bill Nye or
Right?
some shit.
Like
You know
like
what I'm saying?
you pretty sure.
She also won another Grammy in 1984. So technically she won 3 Grammys, but not from anything from this album. From the song with Rufus, "Ain't Nobody," won a Grammy for best
Wow.
R&B performance by a duo, vocal, and shit like that. Which honestly, well deserved. I mean, but let's see who the competition was for that one. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I love doing this. I love it. Shalimar with "Dead Giveaway." Oh hell no.
Wow.
I love Shalimar. Nah.
Not that Shalimar. I don't like that.
Shit. Earth, Wind, and Fire's "Fall in Love with Me."
Mm.
I feel like I've done this one before, but okay.
You know that one?
No, not the song, because I haven't talked
Oh,
about that. I mean, I feel like I've done this category before because the Barge in a Special Way album, which that's their best album, honestly. And the Weather Girls is Raining Men.
oh wow. Big hit.
Ooh, big hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would either be the Barge or the Ain't Nobody. See, the Grammys got it right at that point.
What
They got it.
happened?
Yeah, what the fuck happened?
We're gonna see this year. We're gonna see this year.
Shit.
We're gonna see this year.
You gonna motherfucking see. You gonna motherfucking
Yep.
see and shit. But other than that, so how many mics you gonna give it?
3.
Wow. Okay.
It's not bad, but it's not. I don't feel like it's. I think I don't feel like she had any big hits off of this album though.
Respect.
You
And
know what I mean?
yeah, it wasn't like I said. It wasn't like it wasn't a top seller.
Right.
But let me look up. I think it did manage to go gold, but let me double check. Yeah, I think it did manage to go gold. Oh, this didn't even go gold either. Oh shit.
Oh wow.
Fuck. Well, oh well. Well, maybe if it was released on CD, maybe the sales would have got better. But you know what? I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
They'll release it for the 50th anniversary on CD.
So pretty much like her comeback album was like "I Feel for You," which we're gonna talk about that one. We're gonna talk about that one. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I'm pissed off a lot of Chaka fans with that one.
Oh boy, you hear that?
But that's gonna come right after my break. Anyway, it's 1:45. I'm gonna end this video off right here. You know what I'm saying? Because I am kind of getting a little hungry and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why.
Okay.
But what am I about to say? So I haven't really finished making a schedule yet, though, and stuff like that. I know I have to really plan out what I'm gonna do and stuff like that too. But I know for a fact I may do some shit with Ant either Sunday or Thursday. I'm leaning more into Thursday, honestly, but I'm gonna hit him up with that. I know they're hanging with Mr. Cooper retrospective. That's gonna be. I'm gonna let you know the date for that and stuff like that too, because I don't want to make that one too late and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because I'm taking a little break from reviews. I know we're gonna do the documentary discussion, where we're gonna be seeing like a lot of documentaries and shit like that. We're just gonna get that.
And there's more coming too. So
I know. So it can just like be a freestyle or some shit like that too. Like, no fucking script or anything like that.
Right.
And like I said before, I'm gonna come back probably on that February and some shit like that. Just do a hip hop album. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that for right now.
You should come back on Easter, like the Return of Christ. Black Jesus is here again. You come back looking like Moses from the Ten Commandments and shit.
I don't know when exactly I'm gonna come back in February, but I'm gonna come back and shit like that. So, yeah. Anything else to say before we head out?
I'm supposed to be doing a live stream with Grind Ethics, I think Sunday, but that might change because it's NFL playoff weekend and I ain't missing them. So that might push that back to next week. You know, at some point, midweek or some at some point, and we'll see. We'll see. There's other shit coming. So
Right. Yeah, man. Don't even stress about it.
yeah.
Other than that, hope you all have a very good night. I will see y'all when I see y'all. Appreciate this try. Peace.
Yeah. Peace.